This is not your average cost of living video. Nope. This is a single man's cost of living near Pattaya, Thailand. I live near Pattaya, within an hour and a half, 2 hours drive by motorbike. So when I say near Pattaya or Pattaya, then you know approximately how far I'm talking about and about how far outside of the city you can get on some of these numbers. Now, you can get some of these numbers inside the city, but I would say that the cost of living by the numbers that I have inside the city of Pattaya or Phuket or Bangkok or somewhere like that, your living conditions are probably going to be much lower than what mine currently are. Not that I'm living high class, just that this is a moderate lifestyle is what I would call it. And this is truthful information, guys. This is the actual breakdown of what it cost me the month of December to live and vacation and work and travel in Pattaya, and also throughout various parts of Thailand. This is what I do. I'm a travel vlogger, in case you guys didn't know, and I'm going to break down the basic expenses and the classes of expenses that you may be interested in. So if you are asking yourself the question, can I make it on $900 a month? I'm going to answer that for you. Can I make it on $1,500 US a month? I'll answer that for you. Do I need $2,000 a month? I'm going to answer that for you. What about $3,000? I'll answer that too. And we'll talk about various things along the way throughout this video. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. To begin, I would like to go over what I consider to be the bare necessities for life in Thailand. This is where you hear people say, I can make it off of $400, $500 a month, blah, blah, blah. No, you can't. Not really. I mean, you really can't. This is just for me having a basic lifestyle in a decent living condition within a couple hours of Pattaya. So listen carefully, guys, as I break these numbers down for you, okay? These are the basics for cost of living. First is food. Last month I spent $365 on food, or 11,700 baht. Now that includes eating out, that includes food on the go, that includes pretty much all kinds of food with the exception of the 7-Eleven stop, which I will get to. Rent plus utilities. My rent is 4,000 baht per month. I live in a studio apartment. It has no kitchen. It has just a bathroom and one big room with a bed in it. If you add the price of water and electricity to that, it comes to a total of 5,500 baht, or $172 US. Next up, we have what I call HBA, health and beauty aid. So this can cover everything from soaps to shampoos, shaving cream, razors. If you're a woman, I probably cover your makeup or whatever else. Any of that stuff is what I'm talking about here, but you still need it to live. And that cost for me was $94 US, or 3,000 baht. You got to have some kind of cell phone or some type of communication. So without bringing my American cell phone into the picture at this point, let's just talk about having a Thai cell phone with one Thai SIM card. And I have a already purchased cell phone that I put a AIS Thai SIM card in. That SIM card allows me to have unlimited data at up to 300 megabits per second, which is extremely fast. It also allows me to have 50 minutes of talk time within Thailand, and it also allows for 50 SMS messages. That SIM card costs $55 US per month, or 1,750 baht, and that is including taxes and the whole 9 yards. Now, transportation is another, I would say, very important cost consideration when you're thinking about living in Thailand. And the reason I say that is this. If you need to travel to another city, or if you do like I do and you commute back and forth an hour and a half, 2 hours to Pattaya on the weekends, or you go somewhere else and you want to travel around a little bit, even if it's just in the city, having your own form of transportation is, I believe, very important. You can get around on public transportation, but the efficiency of that is very, very, very low. The cost is also a little bit lower, but for a decent motorbike, which will get you up and down the highway, which is what I have, and that will also get you around the city with insurance and the payment for the motorbike itself, the whole 9 yards, you're looking at about 187 US dollars a month, or 6,000 baht. Now, that extra 1,000 baht that is included in there is a deposit, because I just rented the bike last month, so 1,000 of that baht is deposit. Fuel for your transportation. As I said, I travel quite a bit, so getting around, obviously you have to put gas in your motorbike, and now that I have a little bit larger motorbike, the fuel cost is around 31 US dollars per month, or 1,000 baht. Finally, we have 7-Eleven stops. What do I mean by that? Well, 7-Eleven stops is exactly what it sounds like. Here in Thailand, you will often hear the 7-Eleven referred to as 7, just 7. They dropped the 11. So if I count the number of stops and the items that I buy while I'm either traveling, or if I'm just in town and need to stop by and get a drink or whatever, I'm looking at a total of about 78 US dollars a month, or 2,500 baht. Now, that, for me, those expenses are the bare minimum what I require to live here in Thailand. The total for that moderate lifestyle is $982, or 31,507 baht. That is just barely getting by, in my opinion, guys, okay? When you start saying that I can do it on $900 a month thing, yeah, you can, but your life is going to be very limited, because this doesn't include anything other than just basic survival. Now, let's say that you come to Thailand and you want to be able to enjoy yourself a little bit. Like, you think that it's okay to bring a little extra money with you, or have a little higher monthly income, because you want to be able to enjoy some entertainment here in Thailand. What do I mean by entertainment exactly? Am I talking about walking street in Pattaya? Am I talking about walking street in Pattaya, or go-go's, or any of that stuff? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you want to go see a movie, if you want to enjoy professional massages in Pattaya, if you need any kind of equipment for whatever your hobby is, like mine is photography, videography. So if I need extra equipment for that, entertainment can also include things like a night out with friends, just a regular night out, going to a club, things of that nature. So last month, in December, I had a few extra days off, and was able to spend, fortunately, able to spend a little bit extra money on that. And my entertainment, which includes pretty much everything I just said, came to a total of 250 US dollars, or 8,000 baht, which is really, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, that is not a lot of money to keep yourself entertained and be able to have some sort of lifestyle here in the Kingdom of Thailand. Now, if you add the basic necessities of life that I've already talked about, plus the entertainment, you're looking at 1,232 US dollars, or 39,530 baht. This is what I would call a basic life in Thailand, okay? So you come here, your needs are met, and you have a little extra money for going out and participating in life in general. If you are going to simply stay in your room all day and only go out to buy food or groceries or that kind of thing, then why not just stay in your own country? People make the mistake, and I see it over and over again, of coming to the Philippines or Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia thinking they're going to live a better lifestyle because the cost of living is lower. Well, it's true the cost of living is lower, but it's not that much lower. In the grand scheme of things, it's not so low that you can just come here and live off of pennies, okay? I don't want people to think that watch my content that I would ever enable someone who makes $1,200 a month, has no savings, no investments, no backup plan on their finances. Please don't ever think I would encourage you to come to Thailand or the Philippines or anywhere else in Southeast Asia on $1,200 a month. It's just not wise, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. Now, the argument for having that opinion is going to be, well, I live in Chiang Rai, I can live off $900 a month. Or I live in Isan, I can live off $900 a month. Even if you live in those very, very, very cheap regions, getting outside of the normal routine of life and exploring a little bit of the country and living a life in which you can go out and you can have some fun, you can meet some friends, you know, you're not stuck on a farm all day or stuck in a very, very rural community somewhere with really crappy internet, and you know, just the basics of life. Sure, you could probably do it for less than $900 a month if you're in Chiang Rai or up in the Isan region. Yeah, you could probably do that. And if that's the kind of lifestyle you want to live, then by all means, go for it. But if you want to live like I do in a moderately sized city in Thailand, nothing big, nothing special, right? You're gonna need more than $1,200 a month. Now let's say you want to be smart and make sure you have a basic, very, very basic accidental health insurance plan. Okay, I get mine through my job, so they take out $750 baht a month or 24 US dollars. All right, that covers any major incidences that happen with me if I get really sick or I get attacked by a street dog or anything like that. My expenses should be for the most part covered off of my 750 baht per month insurance policy. You can get insurance policies here that will cover you up to 70,000 baht through your bank, and that's accidental insurance. So if you have some kind of major accident or something, I think you get like 70,000 baht per year, and the policy only costs about 700 to 800 baht. So it's actually a pretty decent deal. Health insurance here is very cheap, and healthcare here is very cheap. And another thing about healthcare here is the public hospitals, right, are, in my opinion, good quality, because I've been to a public hospital and I've been to a private hospital, and basically the only difference in care was the speed at which everything took place. At the private hospital, I was in and out in 45 minutes. At the public hospital, it took about 3 hours, but I got the same diagnosis, I got the same medication, and it is what it is. I don't know what your opinion on healthcare here is in Thailand, but that's been my personal experience. So if you add a basic health insurance plan like I have to entertainment and basic cost of living, you're looking at $1,256 or 40,300 baht per month. So 40,000 baht per month is basically like the bare minimum that I would recommend anybody coming on. But if you're going to come on 40,000 baht or roughly 1,250 US dollars a month, you need to have savings, because if something bad happens, like really bad, you're going to need cash, or you need to have somebody with cash. You need to have some kind of investment that you can pull from or something, because you're still just barely getting by with a little bit of entertainment. Okay, so about $1,200 to $1,300 a month is going to be the bare minimum. Again, I'm not advising anybody to come on $1,200 to $1,300 a month. I personally feel like that's a couple $100 a month less than what the bare minimum should be. Okay, so now you're a single man or woman for that matter, but let's, for the purposes of this video, say we're talking about single men. So let's say you're a single man and you come to a city like I live in, which is a smaller city, but it's still a city nonetheless. And let's say you live an hour or two from Pattaya, places that you want to explore, maybe like Satahip or Koh Samet or other regions around there. And you want to have a life. You want to have a little bit of a life and you want to be sure that you have a few extras and that kind of thing. So if you take the 1256 or the 40,300 baht that I've already talked about with all the other expenses, then you add an American cell phone plan to it. I have T-Mobile, and it covers pretty much the globe in case I have to get out of country for some reason, or if I travel to another country for some reason. Even in this country, I can call back to America, and that comes in very handy. Now, I know there are other options like Google Fi and things of that nature that are much cheaper. I'm currently working on all those, so there's no need for you to comment on you need Google Fi or you need Skype or any of that stuff, because I'm already aware. It's just, this is what's working best for me at the moment, and there's a lot of to-dos to get like Google Fi and that kind of thing. So my T-Mobile Global One package cost me 135 US dollars per month, or 4,325 baht. Now in my other phone, in my Thai phone, which I have the AIS SIM card, I also have a True SIM card in there, but it's data only, and it's 12 gigabytes of data for 699 baht per month, or 22 US dollars. So if something happens and I don't have an AIS signal, I can usually get a True signal, because those are two of the largest carriers here in Thailand. That's why I keep the True SIM as a backup. Also, I have subscriptions, online subscriptions to things like Netflix, vidIQ, Adobe, all my Adobe products, and various other things that I have. Epidemic Sound, which is where I get my music from. All of that stuff totals $101.61, or 3,255 baht, and that's a monthly expense. Those things are necessary for me, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do what I do now. Last month, for example, like as I said, we had a couple of days off, and I spent a total of $300, or 9,630 baht on hotels, and though at those hotels, that includes food at the hotel. It also includes any taxes or anything like that at the hotels. The reason the $300 a month there is usually not that high is because, as I said, we had a few extra days off, plus I took a personal day, which added another night on. So usually it's not going to be that high, but if you want to travel and you're in Thailand, $300 a month for hotels is reasonable if you want to stay in a fairly decent hotel. My hotel budget is usually between $20 and $30 per night before taxes, so that gives you some kind of idea of how much I stay in hotels. Now if you add the T-Mobile cell, the True Data SIM, the subscriptions, and the hotels, you come to a price of $1,814.61, or 58,225 baht. With $1,800 a month, and you have a little bit saved up in case you need anything, you have an accident insurance policy, then you should be good to go. On $1,600 to $1,800 a month, you should be good to go. Okay. Obviously, the more the better, but I'm gonna say 1,800 US dollars a month will make for a good quality lifestyle here in Thailand. Specifically, if you don't mind eating street food, and you don't have really a high Western style life that you're looking for here in Thailand. So if you can accept the non-Western items and get used to living more of a Thai culture, then your cost of living will go down, and $1,800 a month will be sufficient for you, in my opinion. Again, guys, this is my opinion, okay? Now, what if you have health issues? Well, I have some health issues. I have some insomnia issues. I have some heart issues. I have some few other things going on, minor stuff. And I've found that the medications that I have to take for that stuff is expensive. Expensive in America, it's expensive in Thailand, it was expensive in the Philippines when I lived there. It just is. I've also found a way to cut some costs in medication, and that is some of the stuff that you can buy over the counter here in Thailand. It's cheaper if you get it via prescription. So like cough drops and certain type of like antihistamines and that kind of thing. If you buy it by prescription and not over the counter, you will actually save money in the long run. So I get my medications for 3 months at a time when I picked them up. This is going to sound like a really high price, but remember, 3 of the medications I take, 3 that are to do with the heart and the insomnia, are very expensive. So including all the stuff I was telling you about not buying over the counter and getting it by prescription, all that stuff plus my important medications, for a 3-month supply is $625 US or 20,000 baht. This is something that you have to take into consideration when you move to a foreign country. If you need meds, if you have a health condition, you have to adjust your budget for that condition. You just have to. There's no getting around it. You can't just move here and say, well, I don't have the problem anymore. It's over. So anyway, that's 3 months, and obviously if you divide that by monthly, you're looking at just a little over $200 a month in medications, which is not that bad. That's far less than what I paid in America, even with insurance. So not too bad. So when you add my medications last month, that makes my 1 month for December of 2018, living near Pattaya, Thailand, $2,439.61, or 78,275 baht. If you have an income around 2,400 US dollars per month, you should be good to go on just about anything, so long as you don't party and that kind of thing too much. Please let me emphasize something, okay? I don't drink, and I don't really party that much. Yeah, I go to clubs with my friends and that kind of thing, and I hang out, but I drink Coca-Colas. I don't drink any alcohol at all. So going out for me is cheaper than it would be for the normal person. So you may want to take that into consideration when you're talking about entertainment. When I add that extra $200 a month in for meds, then I'm talking about, roughly $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month is a pretty good budget. That's a pretty decent budget, especially if you have some money to fall back on, you have an accident insurance policy, the whole 9 yards. So $2,000 a month, good to go, no issues there. Now, I spent, my final expense last month was $305 or 9,772 baht. And that was for attorney fees, mostly for trademark stuff that I'm doing with the channel. The computer and the trademark attorney and all that stuff, that's the extra stuff that you just don't have to deal with, okay? If you don't have any medical issues, you don't need any medicine. So where does that put you? That puts you right around $1,800 to $2,000 a month, okay? If you can come over, you have some type of health insurance, an accident policy or something like that, and got a little savings somewhere, you make between $1,800 and $2,000 a month, you should not have any problem living a comfortable lifestyle anywhere close to a city like Pattaya or Phuket or Bangkok or Chiang Mai. That should be not a problem. You should be all good to go, and that is my honest opinion in terms of where your money needs to be. I tried both in the Philippines and here when I first got here to live off of a small ROI that I got from America, and I found that it was just simply insufficient. I had no life. I stayed in my apartment, I made talking head videos like this one, and I put them on YouTube, and that was pretty much what I did with my day. I would travel out, go get a meal maybe, and that was it. And to me, that's not really living. If I'm gonna come all the way to Southeast Asia, okay, to enjoy the country, then I need the money to enjoy the country, all right? So if you're thinking of retiring here, you still want to be able to enjoy life here. And in order to enjoy life here, you're gonna need money, just like you do anywhere else. So I'm gonna tell you, in my personal opinion, somewhere between $1,600 and $2,000 a month USD, with a little bit of insurance and savings, should produce a quality lifestyle for you here in Thailand. I really hope you guys got a lot out of this video. Don't forget that you can buy your DoMoreLife merchandise, the link below. If you need travel equipment, also there's a link below to my Amazon shop. Please feel free to leave comments below this video, and feel free to ask any questions or make any comments about my quality of life, my standard of living, my cost of living. If you think I'm right or wrong, doesn't matter. Let's have a discussion. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you watching. And as always, if you don't do anything else today, make sure you do more life.